Hi, my name is Tom Pijman and I'm a solution architect at Vertis. So in this video, I will take you through the Sitecore OrderCloud platform, which is Sitecore's headless e-commerce platform. And in this video, I will take you through the fundamentals of OrderCloud. What is OrderCloud about? Why would you use it? What makes it different? And also had the building blocks of the platform. So let's get right into it. All right, so this is the website from OrderCloud, right? So I highly recommend you to browse through this website because it contains a lot of great information on how to get started with the platform, and especially if you want to learn more about the concepts on the platform. All right, so the first thing to understand is that it's a Mac architecture, right? Which is a microservice-oriented, API-first, cloud-native, headless platform, right? And this makes it slightly different from other platforms, right? So other platforms where you can get a fancy storefront. They usually lock you into a certain set of features, right? So with other platforms, you start customizing a storefront, right, into something that you may want. But with OrderCloud, they prioritize flexibility over features, right? Which first of all, it allows you to deliver a experience to your customers as you want it, right? Rather than being locked into like I said, a storefront that you end up customizing. Second, it allows you composability of your e-commerce architecture, right? So you may have, for example, a PIM system that you want to use, a ERP system that you need to integrate with, an inventory management or a warehouse management system that you want to integrate with, right? You can choose whatever payment gateway you want rather than relying on a certain connector that you need to that comes with the product, the e-commerce product that you purchase, right? Here with OrderCloud, right, you have the flexibility, right? You because it's API first, right? You do everything with the platform over APIs. You can connect virtually any system that you may already have or that you want to add to your composable architecture, right? So the platform, right? You can do commerce over any channels, right? Whether that's a mobile app, web, of course, tablets, kiosks, or you have other systems. You have, for example, another CMS, right? Maybe Sitecore XM Cloud. It may be another CMS that you may already have that you want to add OrderCloud into that. Again, because it's all API based, virtually any system can work with OrderCloud, right? Here you can create your own custom buyer interfaces, right? So whilst OrderCloud does provide you a accelerator called the OrderCloud accelerator, you're not stuck to it, right? So if you let's say you are more comfortable with .NET, you are more comfortable with PHP or whatever language you want, you can build your own buyer app, right? This allows you to give the best possible experience that you feel that you want to deliver to your customers, right? Rather than being stuck to a storefront that comes with the platform. And it also comes with a great developer experience, right? It has a API console that comes with the platform that gives you pre-filled API calls, the parameters that you want to call with, token generation, and all the configurations that you need for your OrderCloud marketplace. It is cloud native in the sense that it is scalable. It works with webhooks, right? So rather than deploying your code into the platform, right, you are connecting your implementations via webhooks, right, to do customizations into the order process or doing calculations. And it has integration services also to pull, for example, data out of the platform, right, or to make customizations into certain processes within the OrderCloud API. Right, and then of course OrderCloud comes with all relevant features such as catalog management, products, searching, pricing. You can also do personalized pricing, order management. It is a it allows for marketplaces, right, where you may have suppliers that are publishing products to your marketplace or are fulfilling orders on your marketplace as well. And it is based, so OrderCloud in itself, right? So the APIs are offered as a SaaS service, right? So Sitecore runs the APIs, right? And your head, which is the custom buyer portal that you are developing, or the custom supplier portals that you may have, those ones you can run yourself. And like I said before, right, OrderCloud can be set up as a marketplace, right? So, yes, you can do only B2C if you want, or B2B. You can do B2B2C, but you can also run a full-blown marketplace, right, in which you as the marketplace owner could be seller, right? But then you can also have products on your marketplace that are coming from third-party suppliers, right? So those suppliers, they can publish products to your marketplace, they can sell products on your marketplace, and then your customers can then place orders for those suppliers that those suppliers can individually fulfill. All right. So when it comes to the building blocks of OrderCloud, right? So you will, at first place, you will have a store. So there's something that we call the marketplace, right? In a marketplace, you can also have one or more tenants, right? So you can have, for example, multiple brands that are contained within the same marketplace. But ultimately, it's the entire system that is considered the marketplace, right? Within this marketplace, you may have buyers, right? So those are essentially, those can be the brands, right? Or those can be different tenants that you may have. This can be separated stores that are on your marketplace. You can also, let's say you have example1.com and example2.com, right? They may be different stores, right? They may have different products that they have, and they may have different users as well, right? So if you want to separate them, you would generally create different buyers for those to separate out those experiences, right? And then within a buyer, you can then have users, right? So those users can be either administrators, those can be the suppliers, but those can also be, of course, the buyers, right? So users that will buy products on your marketplace or manage their orders. Then we have catalogs, right? So catalogs are essentially the container of products, right? So and even then, a product is not created within the catalog, right? But it's rather than tagged or assigned to the catalog, right? And then the user will see the products that are assigned to that particular catalog. And then we have the seller, which is generally the owner of the marketplace, right? So that is usually one entity that is the owner of that marketplace, and that seller will then also span across multiple buyers. And then the supplier That is essentially a third-party entity that can sell products on your marketplace, right? They can have publish products to your marketplace, right? And then they can also fulfill orders on your marketplace, right? So they can receive orders that they can then subsequently ship to your users. Right, so there are different models that you may have, right? You may have a B2C marketplace that will be designed differently than, for example, a B2B marketplace, right? So those, the combination of those concepts, right, may be different, right? Not every marketplace may have suppliers, right? Or not every marketplace will have multiple buyers. Right, and again, the flexibility of OrderCloud also allows you to do different models within your marketplace, right? So within the same marketplace, you could have a B2C marketplace and a B2B marketplace, right? Or you can have two completely different brands that have different set of business rules, that can have dedicated suppliers for each buyer, right? But it can also be that a supplier is selling across multiple buyers as well. And I also briefly touched upon product catalogs. Product catalogs are essentially containers for products, right? So the catalog will contain one or more categories. Categories can be hierarchical, right? So we can have multiple levels of categories within a catalog, right? And then we assign the product to a category or a catalog, right? Rather than creating the product within a catalog, right? So some commerce platforms, right? You create a product within a catalog, right? That means that you can only use that specific product within that catalog and not in other catalogs, right? But the flexibility of OrderCloud allows you to use the same product across multiple catalogs if you wish, right? So in this example, we have a consumer catalog and we have a B2B catalog, right? We have a Service Pro as a product, right? Which is assigned to both catalogs, right? So we can use that catalog, we can use this product across multiple web stores if we want. We can even set it up that way that we can, for example, have a different price for the B2B marketplace and a different price for the consumer marketplace. We can even do it even more fine-grained, that we have specific customers within the B2B catalog, for example, where we negotiated corporate rates with. For those for those users, we can also have a specific price as well, right? So you can also have tailored pricing to a specific group of users within your marketplace. All right, so that concludes this very brief overview of OrderCloud. I will publish more videos, right? So do definitely follow me in order to get more information, right? And I'll also do a deep dive into the OrderCloud platform and how you get started with OrderCloud. Thank you.